your name.
My name is Batman.
Tyrone.
Hi, my name is Samyyah, and I'm a student at Kikafers Academy.
Can you tell us about your journey publishing books and also illustrating books?
Yeah. Um, I started publishing books. I guess the hardest book to publish was probably my first book because once you do it for the first time, it's easier. But for my first book, it was 100 pages, and I wrote every single page on paper in a notebook. I don't know if I still have it, but it got easier from there because I understood like the structure of a book, the beginning, the middle, the end, and I understood I started to understand how I enjoy my process of writing books because everybody writes books differently. And for illustrating books, I guess my mom needed an illustrator because she was making books for children to understand math, and I volunteered to do it because I was there and I was like, I can make a quick book from this. I can illustrate a few books and make some extra money on the side. And I think I was like 10 at the time. I don't know.
Okay. And how many books have you published personally?
I believe I've published 4 or 5 books. I'll have to go back and check, but like four.
So you're a 4 or 5 times published author, and how old are you?
16.
Can you tell me about how many books do you think you've illustrated?
At least 10. At the max, like 30.
Okay. And tell me, how have you benefited from being a student at Kikafers Entrepreneurial Academy?
I feel like I have a lot more free time than most people do because I don't go to like I started taking college classes and I didn't have to go to school every day because I was doing like college work at home. So I had more free time to do like practice my sport. I had more free time to engage in my hobbies, and I had more free time to just like learn and do things that I wanted to do instead of being stuck inside of school. And I feel like one of the most precious things in the world is time because you can always get more money, you can get more status, more fame, whatever, whatever, but you can never get more time.
Speaking of money, what's the most amount of money you think you've made at Kikafers Entrepreneurial Academy?
I think it was when I was doing a like tutoring business on the side and I made a few $1,000s, like $6,000 probably, somewhere between like six and probably like $8,000 or $9,000.
How do you think Kikafers Entrepreneurial Academy can help other students who might be interested in coming to the school?
I think if you have like a real like if you know like this is what I want to do, or like you hear stuff about the school and you're like, oh, I like that, then I think this is a good place for you to come because everybody's really welcoming. It's a really nice community. Um, if you especially for African American children, because like everybody here looks like you. The teachers look like you, the students look like you, and we all have the same struggles, and we all relate to each other, in a like because we all look like each other, and we all also understand like sometimes you have to fight a little bit harder, but they help you work through that having to fight a little bit harder, and they help you achieve what you want to achieve in life, whether you want to be a doctor or maybe you want to be like a tech person, or maybe you want to help people bungee jump and you want to own a bungee jumping thing. Whatever it is that you want to do, the school will help you achieve what you want to do, not just what other people think you should do.
So 10 years from now, when you're 26 years old, how do you think Kikafers Entrepreneurial Academy would have helped you achieve whatever you've achieved by the time you're 26?
I think I learned a lot that most people don't learn in school. Like, we learn a lot about financial literacy. And I just had this conversation the other day, or actually, I think it was today, about like not spending all your credit when you get a credit card. To build your credit, you should only spend a max of 30% of your credit limit every month. And you don't learn that in regular school or regular classes. You would have to take a really specific, like, class to learn that, and you'd have to be an adult. And I learned that when I was in like 5th grade. So I think just the specific knowledge that is applicable outside of school is really helpful, because if you don't like at a certain point, the stuff that you learn in school is less for you learning and more learning how to critically think and memorize. But once you know how to critically think and you think ahead, this action leads to this consequence, there's not much more to learn about how to critically think once you can critically think. So learning stuff that's applicable outside of here, outside of school, I think is a really good thing.
And why would you recommend Kicker First Academy for another student who may be thinking about coming to this school?
I actually really like it because, like I said before, I have a lot more free time than I think I would if I was in regular school. Because like I really like having like my free time for me where I get to do my stuff. And coming here allowed me to focus more on my sport that I like to play. It allowed me to explore like different things that I like to do, like babysitting, tutoring, working with children, volunteering. It gave me a lot of opportunities that I don't think other schools would have given me at that age or even in general. And I think I really value having like that extra time for me to do what I need to advance or to get closer to what I want to do. So if you've ever wanted to like get closer to your goals, I feel like the school really helps people get closer to their goals of what they want to do.
And one last question. If a donor was looking to donate to this school, what are some reasons a donor should donate to this school? How could it help you if a donor donates to this school?
If a donor donates, even if it's not a lot, even small donations help because you help students get maybe more notebooks, or you help get new computers, or you help get new, what are they called? New sports activities or new equipment for the students to have at sports or at lunch, or new things to put in the kitchen facilities. So even small donations help because you're helping an entire school of children reach their goals for what they want to do in the future and become the best version of themselves.